Before you can figure out where you're going, you gotta look back at where you've been. There's things that happen that seem like they didn't mean nothing at the time. But then you realize they mean everything.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and now I'm back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. And it's titled Raising Kanan Returns This Winter. Is Unique Breeze. Now, as we all know, Breeze is the most infamous character probably of Power history, because everyone has been spinning their head around who is Breeze, including myself and a bunch of fans and other creators as well. And you know, we have gotten multiple different suspects and stuff like that. I know when I first was starting to cover and doing content, my original thought was it was Ronnie, which was a very good pick. I know a lot of ugly ass niggas was able to see through deceptions, and I wasn't. But it was a good pick. Folks can say what they want, because he matched every last part of the description. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that they said, Breeze was like, this nigga had it. But after seeing Ronnie die at the season finale of last season, and also seeing that Unique was still alive and walking up with the same outfit that we see Ghost, Kanan, and Tommy wear, I was under the impression that I was like, okay, Unique is absolutely Breeze. But then I know for a lot of people, probably is wondering, okay, you just recently made a video saying that it was D-Wiz's brother. You are also correct. However, I did still leave a window open saying that it could be Unique, because like I said, I can't 100% say that apartment belonged to Breeze. And after doing some digging, I think it's possible that apartment does not belong to Breeze. It's just one that looks very identical. I know, they ass niggas, but hey, I gotta keep it real. So, and like I said, after doing some more thinking, I actually also came up with, it just wouldn't make sense for them to have another character that's not related to Ronnie to come out acting just like Ronnie, who was like what Breeze was said to be like. So, to go ahead and give y'all my answer at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna say I believe, I'm gonna double down back to what I originally was saying before the start of this season, that it is indeed Unique, and I will give you guys my reasoning throughout this video. But also, I want to put out there as well that I know it was said, and if you Google it right now, it says that Raising Kanan is supposed to return in March. But the Stars page, also the Raising Kanan page on Instagram, just confirmed and said returning this winter. So what are they doing here? Are they just, pulling our leg, or is Raising Kanan going to return this winter? And if you ask me, it makes way more sense for it to return this winter, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. So, first off, if they was to indeed wait till March to release it, that means we would get what? Because let me see, Ghost is returning tomorrow, well, basically today, and that means with 5 episodes left, it's going to be ending in October. So with that being said, that would mean that we would have to go basically almost the whole month of October as well, November, December, January, February, and March. Look how long we would have to go without getting a power show, people. That doesn't even make sense. Unless people believe that they're going to put BMF in between, but I don't think that would make sense either because BMF already came. Unless you're going to put BMF in there again before you give us Raising Kanan again. And I honestly, me personally, I don't think that makes any sense because like they've been saying, Stars has came out and they were saying that they've basically been trying to figure out a way to keep people to have people keep their subscriptions because what's been happening is once Power is over, Stars lose a lot of money because people unsubscribe to the network because there's no Power. Let's be real. Most of us only have Stars because of Power. I know I only have it because of Power. So they're trying to find a way to have Power airing year round. That way they'll never lose that money. And it would just make sense for them to air Raising Kanan this winter, like it's saying, because that way you wouldn't lose out on no money. That folks will keep their subscriptions. Then you air out Raising Kanan. Let's say it comes this winter and let's say it starts in November, right? If it starts in November, it would probably last until what? Probably January, February-ish, something like that. And if that's the case, then that would make a lot of sense to me because March would hit for another show. And in my opinion, I don't know if they're gonna do this because I know they said that Force supposed to be airing in June. I think it would make sense for them to go ahead and air Force in June, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is because I believe now that more than likely Ghost isn't gonna come back into Force. I know that that's bad news. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but I'm starting to believe that he's probably not gonna return into Force. But I believe they're gonna give us a big hint and clue at the end of Ghost to let us know he is alive, but you ain't about to see him with that niggas. That's what I think they're gonna pull on us, and then we're gonna actually see him when Force hits. So that to me, and then think about it. If he was to show up in Force, that would be around St. Patrick's Day. To me, it would make more sense. But hey, I could be very much wrong about this, but I do believe I'm right about Raising Kanan is coming this winter. I mean, as you've seen in the video, that's what it says, and I believe they meant what they said. It's coming this winter. And it would make more sense because Breeze is coming this season, people. Think about this. And I think, last season, and I know this part is getting really long, but hey, it's good information. Last season, if y'all remember the infamous photo of that the showrunner Sasha Penn posted on his Instagram when he showed the airlines that said Breeze on the plane, right? And a lot of people was like, okay, Breeze got to be coming this season. Why would he put that? And I think he didn't lie technically. I mean, he kind of hit us with an okie doke, but he didn't lie at the same time because basically after what happened to Unique is what caused him to become Breeze. So technically he didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I think he meant by that. And then this season we're gonna actually get him in action. And think about it, in the winter, right? What's happening in the winter? It's very cold and breezy. That's where I think it comes from. And also him being a cold-blooded individual, I think that's where his name is going to derive from. Breeze, being cold-blooded. And I think, Ronnie kind of gave us a hint on what Breeze would be like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can remember when he was talking to famous, and he was saying, "You saying I look shook, and I can show you what shook look feels like." I think they was giving us a little hint then, but yeah. So I know I kind of went a little minute on this particular slide showing y'all, but yeah, that's the reason why I believe that that it will return this winter, and it's a high possibility. I'm almost at 100% it's going to be unique. But let's go ahead and go through the little images that they gave us through this little teaser clip. Also, I want to say, keep in mind, why would they be giving us a teaser clip of Raising Kanan this early? It doesn't make sense. If they're going to air it in March, why would they give us this early? It's easy, simple, because it's coming this winter. And I always thought it would make more sense. Another reason, real quick, I know I'm still going on about this. Another reason why it would make more sense for them to go ahead and give it to us now, keep in mind, Raising Kanan Season 5 is already filming. If they was to wait all the way to March, right? If there was a wait all the way to March to air Raising Kanan Season 4, that means it wouldn't end until probably, let's say, April, May, June. And then that's where it was saying that Force was supposed to be airing. If it's not June, late May, you know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't add up, because normally they always give us a month time period away before they give us the next 50 Cent show. So I think it wouldn't make sense for us, for them to put Raising Kanan in March, because it just wouldn't add up. But also, for Season 5, think about this. If it was that means they wouldn't be able to air Season 5 until 2026, basically, if they did that. And I don't think they want to do that. I think they want to air it 2025, which would make more sense because Origins is coming in 2026. So I don't think they want to have a time period where Origins and Raising Kanan is airing at the same time, because I believe Origins is going to pick up right off where Raising Kanan left off. That's what I'm starting to think is going to happen. So we may not even get to see the death of Breeze in this season. I think Breeze probably going to get taken out in Origins, but we're going to see the rise of Breeze in Raising Kanan. That's what I think is going to happen. So I would say the rise of Breeze and Raising Kanan, and then he probably gonna get taken out maybe midway through Origins. That's my prediction. Now let's go ahead and go into these images. So of course you see the first one. You just got Kanan for the most part just looking. He got them devil eyes up in him. And this is something else that I believe is going on in this particular little teaser that they're showing us. If you pay attention throughout all of this, if you looked at the clip, everyone is having on winter clothes. Now, I mean, I know it's New York and it's cold there, so it's kind of obvious. But they did have times where it's more, it's kind of warm in Raising Kanan. They did have that. It's not always, heavy winter. In fact, I don't think it's ever winter up in Power where it's snowing like that. Well, I ain't gonna say ever, but it's rare. Most of the time it's like, in the summer. So with that being said, and them making sure they showing us that it's winter, because it's clearly winter here in this thing, they're showing you another sign that you're getting Breeze is coming this season. That's why it's looking like this. Also, you get it, you see? You look at Rock, dressed with a lot of clothes on. She got gloves on. I don't even think she's obviously they wear gloves a lot when they get ready to do something criminal, of course, take someone out or whatever. But I don't even think that's what it is. I think it's just cold as heck outside and she's wearing that because of that. And then look at Marvin, same thing. You can see the breeze coming out, when it's so cold outside, when you breathe, I forget what that crap called. Mine is crazy. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Look how they got it. They're making sure you know that it's very cold outside. And when I go through all these images, you're going to see that they're pretty much showing that to you throughout this entire teaser. And also, I'm going to go ahead and just call it. I believe Marvin will be taken out this season. It's going to be sad, I know, because he's my favorite character probably on Raising Kanan. But I do think Marvin's going to fall this season. It's going to suck. But anyways, next you got Lulu. Lulu, same thing, you know, dress for the cold. And he looks like he's doing better. He don't look like he's drunk, Lulu. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think he's looking drunk. But I think, you know, he's gonna be keep his game. He's gonna be up on his game this time. So yeah, that's another thing to let you know it's winter. And then look at your boy Unique, aka Breeze. Don't he look like he cold blooded? It look like he in a cold breeze. This nigga, they got this nigga looking like Sub-Zero right here. Why else would they have this nigga looking like Sub-Zero? Because I'm just saying, more than likely he's Breeze, people. I'm just saying. And then to be wearing the exact same clothing that Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan them used to wear, it only makes sense. Now this ain't really got nothing to do with what the other stuff I'm talking about, but it was just in there. So whoever this little glad nigga is throwing that shit, you know, he doing what he doing, whatever. Then next you got your boy Unique again, you know what I'm saying? Shooting 2 pistols, just like we used to see Ghost do, right? He used to put on that hood and shoot two guns. Remember when he was saving Tommy in season 2 when the Koreans was out there? Nah, that was season 3, my bad. Season 3, when the Koreans was after him, shooting at him outside that church. Ghost looked just like that. He didn't have a scarf on, like, you know, to cover his face, but he had the hood on, shooting 2 pistols, looking just like that. Just another hoop, just another hint, let you know this is Breeze, people. And then also, I believe all the characters is gonna turn cold this season. Like I showed y'all the first image of Kanan when he looks like he got, like I said, he got them devil eyes. Everybody, you know, is looking like they're having a transformation. Everybody is looking dark this season. I think this is going to be the season where we really see Kanan morph into the OG Kanan. Like, he's going to show you that, yeah, I'm OG Kanan now. Like, he's not going to take no stuff from nobody. Like, when you get wrong with him, he's snapping on you just like that. I think he's probably gonna get that mentality from Breeze. And then of course you got the devil of Southside, Rock. And this image here, I believe she's handing someone a gun. And in my opinion, I believe she's handing Juke this gun right here. And then we're also gonna get Juke turning cold. Like I said, this whole season, I believe, is going to be a very dark and possibly bloody season. That's why they made sure they're airing it in the winter. Everyone is going to be getting their Christmas canceled on them this season. If you're not on their team, you get. And honestly, like you can see here, Juke got the gun. It looks like she's about to go ready to take somebody out for whatever the reason is. I believe this is probably Juke's first body, right? Now, what I'm hoping is not the case, because it looks like she's crying, you know what I'm saying? Like she's taking out somebody that she loved. And I'm really hoping she's not taking Marvin out. But if that is the case, you know what I'm saying? What is going to be the reason that she has to take out Marvin? Like, is he going to do something else dirty? I mean, I can't really see him doing that because of how good it seems like their relationship is now. But you just never know. But maybe she's taking out the person who took out her father. It could be that. But anyways, I think, I know a couple of subscribers, y'all asked me, do I think we're going to get the cold-blooded Juke this season? I told y'all yes. And I think this is more confirmation that the Juke that we knew from the OG the OG Power is going to be born this season. Yep. And then, of course, like I said, the last one, once again, you're going to see OG Kanan. You're going to see him morphing into the OG Kanan and being cold-blooded this season. We're going to get that this season on Raising Kanan. And I think this is going to be very intense. And you know what? It's just getting me so excited that this one is coming back. I know I keep on battling, going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, on which one I think is the best spin-out. But I think as of now, and the way I'm feeling, it could be just because of the hype of it coming back. But I still think it is anyway. I think Raising Kanan possibly is the best one. Because like I said, the acting is stellar. The storyline, the writing is great. Yeah, I just think overall for sure it's definitely the best one. But yeah, definitely let me know what y'all thinking up in these comments. You know, do you think Unique is Breeze? And also, how do you feel about Raising Kanan coming back this winter? Now, I know it's saying, like I said, if you Google it right now, because I just Googled it probably 30 minutes ago, it still says March 9th for the air date for Raising Kanan, but I believe that is going to change. And like I said, because it only makes sense to go ahead and air it this winter. So definitely let me know what you think about that as well. You know, but like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.